fine. Let's solve for this part. We are asked to evaluate, sorry, or simplify this. Okay, let's simplify it. Okay, we are going to let everything inside, let's call it x. So we are going to write let square root of 15 minus square root of 3 divided by square root of 12 be equal to x. Now this is surd, so what we are going to do is to simplify the surds first. Now there is a law in surd that states that square root of ab is equal to what? Square root of a multiplied by square root of b. Okay, so that means I can bring out two factors of this and separate it. Okay, so I can write root 15 as root 3 multiplied by root 5, right? So I can say that means that root 3 multiplied by root 5 minus root 3 divided by, this can be written as root 3 multiplied by root 4, right? Now everything is equal to x. Okay, before I go further, please, I'm not left-handed, so I'm just trying to write this well. So just manage my writing, okay? All right. Now, when you look at this, we can factorize root 3 out from the numerator. So we can write the square root of 3 brackets. When this is divided by this we cancel this and we are left with root 5, right? So we have root 5 minus, when root 3 is divided by itself, we have 1. Okay, all right, divided by, then we have root 3 multiplied by square root of 4 is what? 2, and this is equal to x. All right, now we have root 3 here and we have root 3 here, so they can cancel each other. That means what we have left is what? That square root of 5, sorry, the square root of 5 minus 1 divided by 2 is equal to x. All right, now look at this. We can do what? Do this. This is over 2. Then let's cross multiply. When we cross multiply, you have that 2x is equal to square root of 5 minus what? 1. Okay, then we write 2x. Let's bring this to this side to get plus 1 is equal to root 5. I want you to trust me, and we want to get to a point before I explain what I'm trying to do. Okay, all right, now let us square both sides of this equation. Let's square both sides of the equation. So we are going to have 2x plus 1 all squared is equal to square root of 5 all squared. Okay, now what do we have? When you have a plus b squared is equal to a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Okay, all right, now in this case our a is 2x and our b is 1. So what we are going to do is we are going to express this in this form. So we are going to write a squared, that is 2x squared, all right, plus 2ab, that is 2 multiplied by 2x multiplied by 1, plus b squared, that is 1 squared, and everything is equal to, now this we divide, cancel this, and we are left with 5. So 2 squared will give us 4, x squared will give us x squared, plus 2 times 2x will give us 4x, plus 1 is equal to what? 5. Now let's bring this to this side. We have 4x squared plus 4x plus 1 minus 5 is equal to 0. So we have 4x squared plus 4x minus 4 is equal to 0. Okay, if this is the first time you're coming across this channel, please click on the subscription button and on your notification bell so that you'll be notified anytime I upload a new video. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you're actually enjoying this video. Thank you. So I'm going to rewrite this last line. So we have that 4x squared plus 4x minus 4 is equal to 0. So let's divide through by 4. Like I said, I'm going to actually explain what I'm doing at a point, and I'm already getting there. So let's divide through by 4 to simplify this. Okay, So this, we divide this, we have x squared plus x minus 1 is equal to 0. Now let's make x squared the subject of the formula. So we have x squared is equal to this plus x will cross to become minus x, okay, and minus 1 will cross to become plus 1. So we have x squared is equal to 1 minus x. Now this is a very important equation. Now let me explain. We are asked to solve for this to the power of 6, okay, this to the power of 6, and we said let this be equal to x, right? For us to get x to the power of 6, we are going to use our law of indices or exponents that says that a to the power of m raised to the power of n is equal to a to the power of m times n. All right, now we have we have x to the power of 6, right? Yes, we have x to the power of 6. Now, to get x to the power of 6, we can get it by saying x to the power of 3 raised to the power of 2. All right, so if we are able to get x to the power of 3, we will square it to get x to the power of 6, which is what we are looking for. All right, so that is why I tried to get x squared, because from this I can get my x to the power of 3. How? If I multiply x to the power of 2 by x, I'll get x to the power of 3. Okay, yes, because according to our law of indices or exponents again, when you have a to the power of m, okay, multiply by a to the power of n, this is the same thing as a to the power of m plus n. So if I say x squared multiplied by x to the power of 1, I will get x to the power of 2 plus 1, which will give me x to the power of 3. So I will now square my x to the power of 3 to get to my destination. You see why? All right, so let's go ahead and do that. Now we are going to multiply this by x to get x to the power of 3. So we are going to have x squared multiplied by x is equal to x multiplied by 1 minus x. Okay, so we have x to the power of 3, just like I explained. Now x times x will give us x, and x times minus x will give us minus x squared. Okay, so we have x to the power of 3 is equal to x minus, anywhere we see x squared, we are going to replace it with this to simplify the equation. So we are going to have 1 minus x, okay? So we have x to the power of 3 is equal to x, minus times 1 will give us minus 1, minus times minus x will give us plus x. Okay, permit me to clean this side of the board, okay? Now we have x to the power of 3 is equal to x plus x will give us 2x minus 1. Now recall what I said. Let's square this to get to x to the power of 6, okay? So x to the power of 3 raised to the power of 2 is equal to 2x minus 1 raised to the power of what? 2. Now we have x to the power of 6. 3 times 2 is what? 6. Is equal to, when you have a minus b squared, okay, this is the same thing as a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. It's the same thing. So we are going to express this in that form. So it's going to be a squared, that is 2x squared, which will give us 4x squared, minus 2ab, which will give us 4x, plus b squared, which will give us 1, right? This is our a and this is our b. Okay, this is what we have. Now we have that x to the power of 6 is equal to 4 brackets. So anywhere we see x squared, we put 1 minus x. Yes, that is our x squared, right? I hope I'm correct because I've actually erased it. Okay, now minus 4x plus 1. Now x to the power of 6 is equal to 4 times 1 will give us 4. 4 times minus x will give us minus 4x plus 1. So we have x to the power of 6 is 4 plus 1, which will give us 5, minus 4x minus 4x, which will give us minus 8x. Now, this is the time to do our substitution. Recall that we said let root 15 minus root 3 divided by root 5 be equal to, divided by root 12 be equal to x. But instead of that, I'm going to take this simplified version. Yes, we have simplified it here to get root 5 minus 1 divided by 2 as our x. So we are going to substitute for x here and for x here as well. All right, so that is what I'm going to do right now. So we are going to write, but our x is equal to root 5 minus 1 divided by 2. Okay, so let's substitute. This is x to the power of 6. That is root 5 minus 1. Let me not use it here. Let's just use x to the power of 6 is equal to, then we have 5 minus 8, then let's use this, root 5 minus 1 divided by 2. Okay, so we have x to the power of 6 is equal to 5 minus, this we divide this to give us 4, right? So minus 4 bracket root 5 minus 1. All right, so x to the power of 6 is equal to 5 minus 4 root 5, right? Minus 4 root 5. Minus 4 times minus 1 will give us plus 4. So x to the power of 6 is 5 plus 4 will give us 9 minus 4 root 5. Now, the x I'm going to put here now is going to be this one. Yes, because this is the question. Though I use the simplified form, why solving it here? Because if I don't use this, I will also continue to simplify it again, and I don't want to do that. So we can now say that x to the power of 6, that is x raised to the power of, that is square root of 15 minus square root of 3 divided by square root of 12. Everything raised to the power of 6 is equal to, our final answer here is what? 9 minus 4 root 5. And that is the answer. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you actually did. Okay, thanks so much for watching and have a lovely day.